Hey y'all, happy Friday. I know this is a surprise because I never do lives, like never. So but y'all don't be hitting the like button over on Diva's channel. So Diva decided to take a night off and I got to pick up because the people don't be doing what's supposed to be done. We did inventory yet again and the people didn't hit the like button. So Diva said, I'm not coming through tonight. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to do it because the people ain't doing what I need them to do. No, I'm just messing, y'all. No, Diva is out having a little night on the town. So I decided to come in and have a little live with us, y'all, because we got some stuff to talk about. Now, if you follow my channel, first of all, if this is your first time, welcome. If not, I'm glad you're back again. As you're coming in the building, hit the like button for me. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell on all. That way you see each and every time I post a video with you in mind. I'm super excited to be here tonight. Listen, Leo, welcome in the building. Hey, Leo, it's good to have you here. Leah, hello, good evening. Bed-Stuy BK, hello. I'm so glad that y'all have taken the time out of your evening to join me. So listen, if you watch Royer's Corners, you already know all of the topics that we got going on tonight. But if you don't watch my Royer's Corners, first of all, start watching them because that's where all of the tea comes from, okay? That's where the main stories are produced over here, okay? And I drop those every day, normally 2 to 3 times a day, so you can catch those videos. Go back and watch them, hit the like button. But this week was an interesting week. We started off Sunday. We had Robinthick, him and his future wife, fiance, were out on the town having a good time, and Robin decided to have a few too many drinks. And so when they leave the club, he's stumbling and bumbling, all in her face, becoming a little aggressive and abusive, in my opinion. I didn't like it at all. I really didn't like it. So we got to talk about that. We also got to talk about DJ Envy and Tyrese and his wife and DJ Envy's wife, Gia. She felt uncomfortable. Tyrese was making inappropriate passes at her while he was supposed to be helping put DJ Envy and his wife's marriage back together. How you supposed to be helping in marriage counseling and helping them get back together, but you flirting with the wife? Talking about if I had a man like you, if you had a man like me, this would never happen. Sir, ain't you just fresh out of the divorce from your wife and fresh off the courts of child support? You down there fighting because you don't want to pay as much as they asking? Get out of here. Save your own marriage before you try to save somebody else's. Then we have to talk about my dear Wendy Williams. Y'all know, if you've been following me, you know I love my girl Wendy. And I told y'all back in June when Kevin Jr. came out and told us that they was using mama. They was using and abusing her. That darn Will, her manager, and Sean, I believe the other guy's name is, her publicist. Horrible. Get him out of here. And that lawyer, Deborah, I'm kind of questioning you too, y'all. But we're going to get into that. And last but not least, on the docket for the night, we got to talk about Ciara cracking up laughing at the comments as far as Future and being a stepfather. Or excuse me, being a father. Because stepdaddy is taking care of the child from what we see. Y'all, we got to get into this. We are boarding on this plane tonight. I need you to hit the like button. The panelists are here. We have opinions and thoughts. We ask that you respect everybody's opinions and a thought, but we're going to have a good time tonight. So I'm going to bring in our panelists tonight. Dustin, thank you for joining me tonight. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you.
Good to be with you for once.
Yes.
Yeah.
Felicia, what's up?
Hey, Roy, yeah, good evening. And they were using mama. You right. That was wrong.
I have a lot of thoughts about Wendy Williams tonight.
And we're going to get into them, Dustin, because I got some too. I didn't share them all. I mean, I shared them all on my thing, but I got some more. And then Mr. Julius, welcome to
Hi, Julius. How you doing?
Hold on, y'all.
All right. Oh, you good?
Hey, y'all.
What's going on? Happy Friday.
This is so different being on your channel. I'm used to being on Demon channel.
Yes. Welcome in the building. I'm so glad you are here. I'm so glad you joined me tonight. Listen, y'all, this has been an interesting week. All the stories that have come out, There have been way more stories that have come out, but these are the ones that I kind of reviewed on my channel this week. And so if you've been watching, you're kind of caught up to what's been going on. But if not, I'll give us kind of a brief review like I did a little bit ago of exactly what's been going on. So before I do that, let's just welcome in a few other people. Julius, thank you for coming in. All the smoke. Hey, bro, yeah, this plane ride is about to be straight. Hey, listen, okay? It's some interesting topics. Hello, Minister Deborah. Thank you for joining us tonight. Quinning, what's the link? Can I join the panel? Yes, you can. The link is, hold on, let me do it again. I'll post it up again. Yes, you can. Y'all hit that link. Come on in the building. Join me on the conversation. This is going to be a good one. So, Quinning, thank you for joining in. Hey, Sheila, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank y'all. So, there is the link. Feel free to drop in as you please, okay? All the smoke, what's going on? Yes, Sasha Fierce, Sasha Fierce, honey.
How y'all doing?
We're doing good. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. I had to get this because this is my favorite like gif of Beyonce to use in conversation. Like the clip is even funnier, but I was like, let me put on Beyonce just for Roy. Yeah.
You better know. So we're gonna get right into this, y'all. We're gonna jump off with Robinthick. Now, Robin, you know, in the past, he has had issues with substance abuse. Drinking has been one of those substances, and then pain medicine, narcotics, things of that nature. So let's see. Here we go. Okay. So I'm gonna just jump this back real quick. So here they are. They are out at a bar. They decided to go out on last Thursday. Here is Robin, his future wife and fiance currently. They were leaving the bar. Robin decided to have too many drinks, and this is the result of the amount of drinks that he had. This came off as abusive to me. You can tell that he was overly just doing the most. She is fighting to get away from him. She's asking him to stop. He was trying to take the phone away from her. This was embarrassing, y'all. Now, this young lady is 28. Robin is in his 40s. They have 3 children together. Robin's 46. She's 28. They got 3 children together, and this is the example that Robin is giving to them. This is what he is showing his sons how to treat ladies. This is how you go out and behave. This is what they are seeing in the public. In this article, she asks him several times to stop. Here he goes saying, it's my bad, my bad. You know, he is overly intoxicated, completely inappropriate. They also talked about in the article them fighting over the phone because she was trying to get the driver to come over, but he was trying to, you know, play around with her. Just doing too much, sir. This is too much. And this is embarrassing. This is supposed to be your future wife, and you want her to walk down the aisle to this? Now, here they are put together as a nice, beautiful couple. And like I said, they have a daughter, Maya, who's 5, Lola, who's 4, and a son, Lucas, that's 2. And this is the behavior that you're displaying to them. Y'all, I need your thoughts and opinions. We're going to
start now?
Justin, go ahead. Let me know what your thoughts and opinions are. Go ahead.
My thoughts are this, Royer, and my thoughts are this tonight, and somebody, a lot of people don't have to agree. If you are having this trouble when you are dating, they're not even married yet. Why would you want to walk down the aisle like this?
You better preach.
Why would you want to walk down the aisle without having some kind of counseling or having some kind of therapy before you go down the aisle? I said, and I'm going to say this now: if they get married, I see a divorce already in their future, and they're not even married. So why would they get married before they had any kind of therapy or any kind of counseling? And I think that is him jumping up on her. She could press charges against him, couldn't she? So
if she would like to,
if he would like to, then she don't have to put up with it. He could go to prison for that.
This really could come off as DV.
I think it does.
Yeah. They've been together for a while now. I was trying to find where it was at. I want to say they got together back in December 2018. So this is not a new thing. They've been engaged for a while. So I'm assuming this behavior she is familiar with.
Okay.
And she's been putting up with it. So why stop now, I guess?
I gotta ask you something real quick.
Mm-hmm.
If she's been putting up with this now for this long, why don't she wake up and realize that this is not good behavior for somebody you're getting married to?
That's a great question. And they've been together since 2014. So they've been together since 2014. They got engaged in 2018 and been waiting to walk down the aisle since.
That's too long for me. That's too long for me to even have this kind of relationship. This is a mess waiting to happen. Like I said, I see a divorce in the future.
Yeah. Hot mess. Well, thank you so much, Dustin. I'm going to move on to Felicia.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. What are your thoughts and opinions? And they've been together since 2014, engaged 2018, 3 children together. He has past history of, alcohol and substance abuse. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think she knows who he is. And she is choosing to be committed to someone who behaves this way publicly now. Maybe she thought it was just behind closed doors to begin with, but now it's public. And this clip right here, I don't think it's going to change anything. She has those children with him. It's unfortunate. It doesn't look nice. It looks like he was a little sloppy on the drunk side. And so maybe he's running into some problems managing his alcohol intake. I wish her the best in finding a space where she can walk away and keep her dignity and her integrity and her honor. She's a beautiful woman. There's so much more that's possible for her than that out there, Yeah. That's my thoughts.
Thank you so much. Julius, you know the story. You've heard it. What's your thoughts? What do you think needs to happen?
Like my comment says, sexy white chocolate out of order. He been out of order ever since the Bird Lines performance with Miley. And you know me, that man was always my sexy white chocolate, because Lost Without You, like that voice.
This is your loss without you, Emmanuel. This is your loss without you.
It's like, and some folks saying he has heavy grief regarding the loss of his father, Alan. I don't know. I'm not going to speculate on that. But it makes me think of Miss Paula Patton. She's a very patient person. I think this was probably an issue as to why she filed for divorce. But I hope this wakes him up. He's embarrassed enough to, because as we say on Auntie Diva's channel, like the red flags was flinging. Because I know if you trying to bear hug me, listen, I'm gonna have to, go to work. Cause I don't, we lovers and friends, but that don't mean, That's all I have to say.
Period. E.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Listen, Robinthick has a problem. He is, allegedly being a little abusive, according to what we see, to his wife. And there are 3 children who are also watching this, as well as the son that he has with Paula Patton. What are we doing?
doing what we always do with men who abuse women in front of children. Lock them up.
Lock them up. Throw away the key.
Well, and I'm pretty certain they do this all the time, but Robin's life is not, where it used to be. He and Justin Timberlake are going through a midlife crisis, so put them in counseling, and we'll try again next year. We'll do a redemption album and send them on tour. Who are the people who do the same? Put them on tour with the baby and R. Kelly. Well, R. Kelly's not in. No, Trey Songz,
Trey
Chris
Songz.
Brown.
Okay.
Who else?
All the problematic men.
Trick Daddy can come.
Yes.
Not Mr. Groceries.
Yeah, Groceries can come. And bring Tay Diggs to do the commentary in between, and we'll close out with the inspirational vitamin from Steve Harvey.
All the smoke. What do you got for us in this story, sir? What do you have? I have missed you so much. It's glad to have you here.
He's a good man, Savannah. Man, you hear me? Just take him by the piano and let him tickle the ivories and make you remember why y'all feel in love. Here's my thing. Sis is in for life. She know what she married and what she was getting into. And I'm not going to say she's not in it for love, but I'm like, when you live the lifestyle that these people live in, the access, like even if someone is problematic, you're going to endure certain things just to have the finer comforts in life. So she ain't going nowhere, especially with 3 kids. She is set for life. I do honestly think he might be acting out in regards to like losing his father, because when people lose their parent, I think like his father was his last surviving parent, right? Or is it? So like that hits you differently. And so like, not excusing his behavior, like he should get the help he needs in regards to like his substance challenges. But no, I think sis was just waiting to the car. She's just gonna take out like her tranquilizer syringe and just knock him in the neck and wait till they get home and drag his ass up the driveway.
Okay, so dad has been passed on since 2016. Robin, what are we doing to get past this, sir? We're in 2023. We can't be drinking and drugging and doing.
I'm sure
stuff.
Mr. Allen isn't pleased with his behavior.
Or could it be that he still hasn't gotten over his divorce to Paula Patton? Because I think he's still very much in love with her.
And that I thought about that too. You know what else I thought about, everyone in smoke? I thought about the lawsuit that he had with the Marvin Gaye family. Because all of that kind of happened in the same kind of time frame in those same years.
It was close. It was like
it was very close. So him and Paula divorced in 2013. He got with his new, his new fiance in 2014. They were just dating, and then he had the lawsuit with the Gaye family in 2015, and then dad passed in 2016. There was a lot of back to back kind of going on during that time frame. So I could see what you're saying. Could definitely see that. Was that all smoke?
Yes, until we get further down the plane ride so we can descend into hell.
Here, oh shoot. Okay. Well, Quinning, hello. Am I saying it right? Quinning.
Queuing.
I'm sorry. Queuing.
That's okay.
Hi.
It is so good to be here. I enjoyed this panel so much, here and also on Diva's channel. So it's just great to be among y'all. I look forward to each and every one of you, just so you know, panel. This is interesting, and there are a few things that come to mind to me. You mentioned, Royer, that she was 28 and that they'd been together since 2014. And if you do the
come
math,
on now, see you touching on stuff I wanted to come on. You connect.
If you do the math,
come on.
She was only about 18 or 19 when she got with this 30-something-year-old man. So this is all she has known. You got to think about it. You ever worked at a job that you knew you weren't going to be there long, but it's somebody there, they're like 50. And you're like, how have you been here this long? Well, that's all they knew. They started working there after high school or college, and they just stayed. Yeah. Well, this is like that. She has probably only known this. Has to be at 28. This is the longest relationship she's been in. So you're talking about, imagine the type of mindset you had right out of high school. She is with the same person she has been with. And if he is carrying on like this in person, ain't no telling what he is doing when no one is around, you know. And
not just since he was 18 or 19. Sorry, not to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
But then also 3 children. 3 children.
Yes.
3 under the age of 5.
See? And she I made a note to myself because I wanted to bring this up. This is a reminder to all of us to not envy other people's relationships. Because sometimes on these social mediums, you know, people do the whole hashtag relationship goals, and you see the pictures of these people looking good. You don't know what they're dealing with. We are just now seeing this because somebody caught it on camera. And the other point I wanted to make was, I feel like we give these stars a whole lot of passes for things we don't give regular folks passes for. So, for example, we give them a lot of passes for things that have happened with their parents. We're still giving Kanye passes for Miss Donda. I mean, at some point, you have to be responsible for your own mental health care, for your own healing, because of the hurt you're going to end up causing. Yes, he lost his father, but if he carries on down this road, his kids are losing their father, but just in a different way.
That is all facts, and I'm glad you connected to me where we was both connecting as far as this not more so the age gap, but the age frame, if you may.
Yeah, like, the mentality she came into that relationship.
Yes.
She didn't know herself. You don't know yourself at 18. So she didn't have the emotional bandwidth to even know what she was dealing with, and may not know even now.
I think she's just now seeing it. I think she is getting glimpses. Like, this was a glimpse of what she has to look forward to. And I think this is seen in private more than it is public, but now it is spilling out into the public business. It's problematic. It's problematic. Anything else queuing?
No, that's it for me.
Well, thank you so much. My girl, in my opinion, honey, I know you got an opinion. What is
Speak on
Robinthick?
Let me tell you something.
Now, Smoke, I wasn't going to even say it, but now that you done said it, I got to. Let me tell you something. First of all, okay, old girl knew what she was getting into. And if she stayed there that long, she telling him that it's okay. Treat me like this. You teach a man how to treat you. And if she's good with it, then I'm going to be good with it. But sis, you better get up on your money, okay? I'm telling you, you better have your little kitty purse hid away somewhere for a special day. Because I'm telling you, he ain't no prized possession, that's for sure.
Period. Point blank. Paula left him for a reason. And unfortunately, if he continues down the path he's going, you're going to leave for probably the same reason. This is a really, really sad situation. You know, all jokes aside, substance abuse is a very serious thing. And I definitely will be praying that, you know, things will get better for him and his family. I never like to see a family fall apart, but sometimes we have to move on so that we do not damage and put the children in a detrimental situation, or the mother. You know, when a person chooses to use substances to help cope with other issues, everyone else has to get out of the way, because at that point in time, they are about themselves and making sure that their choice of substance is fulfilled. Period. Point blank. But we're going to wish the best for Robinthick and his family. This is truly, truly sad. And I'm going to be praying for his fiance, and I'll be praying that God changes his heart and his spirit to become a better man, not just for his fiance, but for the 4 babies that he has on this earth. And the people that are watching you as a celebrity. You have people watching you who look up to you, Robin. It's a lot of pressure to have on you. But best of wishes to him and his family. We're going to move on to the next family issue we got going on. And who are they? This couple, I never really was in love with them like that in the first place when they got together. But, I dealt with it, and they made a beautiful baby from it. We talking about Ciara and Future. Now, we all know that Future has had his issues with Ciara marrying Russell Wilson the Great and, parenting a child that is not biologically his, but he has taken in as a biological child, So Ciara was doing an interview with the Shade Room, and one of the questions was, how has co-parenting in the past been with Future? And I guess when there really is no co-parenting going on, all you can do is chuckle and laugh, because that is exactly what Ciara did. She chuckled, she laughed, and she continued on with, you're an amazing interviewer. I thank you for everything you've done. Kind of washed it off, because what is there to really say? The man don't show up. When he was with Ciara, he had 4 other babies at that point in time with 4 different women. He had another baby on the way in the middle of their engagement. I mean, they called off the engagement because he had another baby on the way. How you cheating on me and got a baby on the way during our engagement? This is a hot mess. This is sad. And I love me some Ciara, and I like Future as an artist. But him personally, I can't deal. Look at this beautiful family right here. This is what love looks like. He may have been paying a little too much attention to Ralph, in my opinion, Future, because it's giving Ralph vibes all the way. I'm going to start from the bottom. In my opinion, what are your thoughts on Ciara giggling and laughing about, the lack of?
She should have given that laugh, because here's the thing: Future ain't now one of his baby mamas ever said anything nice about him, and I don't blame him. Here's the thing: the problem with these young men is they go out here, lay up with anybody, have babies, and then you know what they do? They leave them. Like these women supposed to just take care of them. If you make a baby, you grown enough to get up in the bed and make one. Be grown enough to get up and take care of one.
Period. Point blank. Queuing, what are your thoughts and opinions on this story? And I like what you said, right? What is there to say? There's nothing to say but to laugh.
I am tickled, and I think she handled it with so much class. It reminds me of, wasn't there like an interview a couple years ago where a reporter asked Mariah Carey about her stepchildren or something? She was like, stepchildren? She didn't say it like that, but she basically was like,
we don't have stepchildren.
Right. So she could have dragged him for filth. But she did not. Mm-hmm. She did not. And so she said a whole lot with just that little laugh, and I love to see it.
I love to see it too. Actually, not too long ago, if you go back and check out Royer's Corner, I have a story where one of his other baby mamas, she filed to raise the child support because he ain't been handling his portion. He's supposed to go pick up the kid from daycare. The kid's sitting out on the corner waiting on somebody to pick him up. She got to leave her job early to go get the kid because he done left him sitting out on the corner. He ain't spending the proper time with the child. He got court-ordered time, and the child is not spending that court-ordered time. So now she having to find a babysitter or take off work, to pick up the slack of what Future ain't doing. And he talking about because he got a busy schedule and he touring, and she knew this when she got with me. That does not negate you from neglecting this child.
Mm-hmm. I love it. And I love that he is so obsessed with Russell Wilson. That tickles me too. So yeah, well done, Ciara. That's all I got to say.
Period. Class and elegance. She is doing it. What are your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts are I know she wish she would have never named that baby Future. That is the most horrible name that she could have picked. Horrible, horrible, horrible. And when she first got married to Russell, she should have pulled a Drew Sidora and an Eva Marcel. She should have had Russell adopt that baby if she had not already. I think she has. But they should have changed his name from Future to Russell. Because it just doesn't make any sense to me when you cut all ties, cut them off for good. Tell that baby that Future died and Russell is your daddy now.
So we cutting all ties, E?
Yes, he's a deadbeat. He's no
Deadbeat gotta
good.
go.
He's not even a FaceTime father. He's too busy making more babies. So, yes.
Not a FaceTime. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, E. Where am I at? All the smoke.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, with this, I mean, I like this picture. Like, Russell looks like he bathes himself, he bathes the children. Future, on the other hand, look like he smells like Duchess and Masters every single day of his life, and his breath reeks of halitosis.
Not Duchess and Masters.
Right.
You look like you smell like Duchess and Masters. Like, I would not want my children anywhere near him. I don't care if you were the pappy and you dropped your beef in my taco. No, sir, no, ma'am. So Future can be mad. I agree with Ciara. Like, she's kind of me where I'm at, because, like, if you bring up someone from our past that I've clearly ended that chapter, I'll be like, so I am here for it. I am here for it. Let Future be mad. He missed out on it. If you wanted to do it right, you should have done it right the first time. But I love this blended family in the way that he has taken on these children and loved them as his own. Ciara, and I'll say it again, Ciara, he's a good man. You hear me? A good man.
He is a good man. Here in this article, it says, despite her heartbreak, Ciara found fairy tale ending as she wedded NFL star Russell Wilson in July 2016. The two went on to welcome daughter Sienna in April 2017 and son Wynn July 2020. Wilson, 34, and the promised songstress will expand their family as Ciara is expecting their third baby. I forgot Ciara was even pregnant again, y'all. This is the people are coming up with the babies. I love it. You know, now, like they said down here, Future, he got 5 other kids with 5 other women. Now, why Ciara decided to get into this mess in the first place, I don't know. But there was a blessing that came out of it. Future Junior, thank the Lord.
Don't he got more than 5?
Well, I think 6. She makes 6.
I thought it was 8.
I thought it was a lot too, but according to this article and all the research I've done, it's only 5.
Hold on.
Mm-hmm. But if you find something different, look it up for me or let me know.
Okay.
Julius, what are your thoughts and opinions on this story? Russell Wilson has taken on, the responsibility of not just Ciara, but her firstborn child as well. And he's taking care of the other 2 children that they have. He is taking, Russell Jr. to football practice, to school, to piano lessons. He's all up in Future Jr.'s face, where Future's nowhere to be found. And Ciara thinks it's just hilarious.
Listen, this him. Let me tell you something. I'm doing like Auntie Pena. So let me tell you something. Okay, I'm gonna tell you something. Listen, Future Junior, Russell Wilson is his daddy. Okay, pump period. That is his daddy because he is feeding him. He is
check your message, Royale.
He is providing for him. He is disciplining him when needed. But most importantly, okay, he is being present for him on limitless. No questions asked. That is his son. Russell is Future Jr. and Future Jr. is Russell. There's no Future who? Who? Oh, you mean that piece of S over there? I was about to say the word, but I caught myself.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, like my daddy used to say, feed them till they look like it. I mean, by the picture, Russell and Future Jr. basically look like twins to me because that's his daddy. Just call the thing a thing, call it what it is. When you have someone that loves you and has an impact on you, the way Russell is having an impact on Future Jr., when Future Jr. becomes of age, he gonna tell his S word donor, who you? Oh, better yet, like in Meet the Browns, why don't you ask for yourself how Lance Ross' character turned the camera to the man who was supposed to be his father. That's what's probably gonna end up happening too.
So you were right. As of May of 2023, Future has fathered 8 children,
and he don't take
with
care of
8
none of them.
different women. This is
and you said that was as of when?
May of 2023.
Okay, so it's been June, July, August, September. Child, that's
got
4
another
months.
one
I've got to
brewing.
add 6 more now.
You got another one brewing in now.
I'm so dead. But thank you so much, E. Thank you so much. In my opinion, this is wild. This is wild, Felicia.
Well, I love when children are well taken care of and loved and protected. And I heard what you said earlier, Roy. Well, I'm not going to, comment on the choices that Ciara made.
Mm-hmm.
But I think as she's moving forward, she needs to be reminded that that is his father. And I had to learn when we have relationships, our relationship, like my relationship with you, Roya, may not be the relationship that you have with Julius.
Yes.
So when we have relationships, he is no longer her partner. I don't know, was she married to him?
They were engaged. They were engaged for about a year. He had a baby while they were engaged, and so she decided to call off the wedding.
Okay. So they had a committed relationship for a while, and that relationship came to an end. So he was no longer her fiance or her future husband or whatever. And so that dream died. That relationship is over. But her son's relationship with his father will always be. And so I think as she doesn't comment, that she should continue to do so that that door remains open to her son if he wants to get to know his father, so that there won't be prejudgment or concern because my mother may be feeling a particular way. And I say this particularly because there were 4 kids before her baby. So I'm trying to figure out what was going on in her head. Why was it going to be different with her? Why would she have made such a choice? So again, like with the first story, I wish these women the best in making their choices and moving forward with their lives.
Yeah, I hope so as well. In this article, he accuses Ciara of being controlling. He says right here, this bitch got control problems. I got to go through a lawyer to see my baby Future. The effery for $15K a month, he tweeted at that time. The following month, Ciara sued the Life is Good rapper for $15 million, citing slander and libel. A few years later, the How We Roll singer got candid about why she called the engagement off with Future. I'd be in the shower crying because I'm not in the happiest place, and it hurts what I'm going through. She said in an episode on Red Table Talk in 2019, it was a combination of everything because none of it was ideal. Ciara said she grew up in a home where her parents were together and always wanted her child to grow up with the same life. All of a sudden, you're living your life in front of the world, she added. That adds a whole nother layer. I feel like I'm failing right now. They're going to roast me. Here they come in my comment section, all that stuff. It's real. You can't help but to think of it. So Ciara was going through a lot. When her and Future, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, she's a Scorpio, so I can believe she's strong-willed. Mm-hmm. But when he says he has to go through lawyers, that's his main issue. He's used to those 7 other women just picking up the phone and running every time he calls and opening up their legs. He can't do that with Ciara. That's what angers him. He got to go through the white man. And see, black kings, they don't like that.
I like what Carol said right here. Lil Wayne gave kudos to Nipsey Hussle for helping.
Oh, he ain't no Scorpio. We kicked him out. He ain't no Scorpio.
I'm so dead. For helping raise his son with Lauren London. That is a good fact. Thank you, Carol. Nipsey Hussle did take on Lil Wayne's son as if he was his own before passing away. That is a very good observation.
Lil Wayne is, when he calls his son with Lauren, he checks on Nippy's son too.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
So they work together. Teamwork.
Yeah. And that's the whole goal. That should be the whole goal. But Future too busy being petty, still throwing Russell Wilson in his songs and calling him a Beatrice and everything else. It's just ridiculous. Dustin, your thoughts and opinions on Future and Ciara and the lack of parenting from his portion?
My thoughts are this. I think that she's doing a good. I think that she's doing a good job doing it with somebody else. I think that she needs to take him to court and get the money that she deserves.
Yes, get what needs to be done. Period. Point blank. Yeah,
because that hurts that can change the family when you don't want nothing to do with somebody.
Yeah. Hopefully they can get this figured out.
Dustin, when you go down to the courthouse and be a character witness on behalf of Ciara, will you tell the court that Future ain't ish?
Yeah, I know that. I know he's not. He don't do anything for the family.
Yeah, it's horrible. Dustin will be that eyewitness we needed. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Well, our best wishes to Future Junior. The good thing is that he has a wonderful man who has stepped up to play that role of father figure in his life. And it seems like that him and Ciara are doing really well. He has other siblings that he can connect to. It's just one big happy family unit from what I see. And what I hope most is that Future Senior can grow up, be the man that Future Junior needs him to be, and help co-parent with not just Ciara, but with Russell Wilson as well. And there needs to be some apologies extended to Russell, because you completely disrespect this man for no reason at all.
But didn't you just say that he has 7 other children?
He does.
Why can't he go work with them? What? Take good care of them.
I think Future thinks as long as the money is there, that's enough. And it's not enough.
Well, this baby taken care of because Russell got it under control.
Mm-hmm. He barely sending money. They had to take him to court to get that.
Well, no, his rights are terminated, so he doesn't have to pay, because Russell said he doesn't want his wife going to court arguing about this little bitty amount of money. That's what Russell said. So they don't even take his money. So that's how it's. So the only thing Future don't got time.
No, we were talking about the other baby mamas. I'm just saying he ain't giving them their money.
Oh, please. What? It's trap money.
Can I give a big shout out to Russell Wilson? I'm glad he's stepping up for the kids.
Yeah, shout out to Russell Wilson and all the men like Russell Wilson who's stepping up to the plate, taking care of the fatherless children and the fatherless daughters, and healing broken hearts.
And wait a minute. Let's shout out to Ralph Pittman and let's send him the address to Future so they can be best friends. And let's send that white coach who was messing with the boys on Divas channel over there to Future and Ralph Pittman so he can get him straight.
That's funny. Well, we're going to move on to this next topic, y'all. And this topic had my spirit stirring up, y'all. I was just like, what? I was shocked when this story came out. And I'm kind of just going to read a little bit through this article so we can break this down a little bit, okay? So DJ Envy and wife Tyrese dissed our marriage, claims he's a creep, disgusted as a friend, okay? Disguised as a friend. DJ Envy and his wife Gia are coming in hot with allegations against Tyrese, claiming the actor / R&B star attempted to wedge himself into their marriage. Tensions have still been high in the aftermath of the Breakfast Club interview last week, where Tyrese acknowledged a beef between himself and Envy, but fans were clueless as to why until now. On Tuesday, Envy released the reason on air, claiming Tyrese was becoming pushy in his friendship with his wife and was planting bugs in Gia's ear with tempting words like, "If you had a man like me." To make matters worse, Envy says the man claiming to be Tyrese's ex-assistant texted him from out of the blue, warning him not to trust Tyrese because his own wife had allegedly been seduced by Tyrese's charm as well. Gia then called in, claiming the strong bond she and Tyrese formed via text became alarming when he became demanding with her time and even set a list of expectations. Tyrese just dropped the 20 video, defending himself, claiming he had been in good standings with Gia up until their last text exchange in August of 2022. He copped to being a little hazy while taking prescribed psychiatric meds, but he denied being an adulterer. Okay, so we can't seem to get away from the issues that Tyrese continue to bring us. You know, just a couple of weeks ago, Tyrese was down at the courthouse having a standoff for the men who got to pay child support. He was down at the courthouse then trying to get the judge recused from his divorce case because the judge disrespected his wife. You know, he's had issues with the Rock, Dwayne Johnson. He's had issues, with the Furious Five, some of the other Furious Five cast members. When is enough, Tyrese? When is enough? Dustin, we're going to start off with you. What do you think about Tyrese trying to wedge his way in between DJ Envy and Gia's marriage?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
I don't like it because if you break up with somebody and they get a divorce and they move on, I don't think you should be trying to wedge yourself in somebody else's marriage, because that can bring, and it's like I said earlier about somebody else's divorce, that can bring a lot of issues in a new marriage, and that can tear them apart.
Mm-hmm. I agree, Dustin. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Felicia, this man is wedging himself into their marriage that he's supposed to be helping to fix.
That's right. That's what I wanted confirmation on. Mm-hmm. So he was asked to come into the marriage.
So they were couple friends already. This was before this was in the midst of Tyrese and his wife's situation, but Gia and Tyrese had a nice friendship, a respectable friendship. as well as DJ Envy. And so DJ Envy cheated on his wife. And so according to what DJ Envy was saying in this interview, Tyrese was helping to facilitate, well, he did help to facilitate bringing their marriage back together. But at some time in the midst of that time of bringing the marriage back together, he was wooing and woeing and, you know, sighing to this young lady.
But it sounds to me like Tyrese was successful in bringing them back together.
And he was. And that's why DJ Envy did not put him out. DJ Envy said that himself. He said because he respected the fact that Tyrese did help to make their marriage stronger today than it's ever been, that he did not make this a public situation. But because, you know, Tyrese went on Instagram Live after the interview, after he apologized during the Breakfast Club interview, and then he went on his own Instagram after he left and said that DJ Envy was a liar, none of it was true, da-da-da-da-da.
Oh, so I see. So there seems like there's some kind of betrayal here.
Yeah.
I don't particularly like either persona in the media of these two gentlemen.
Me either.
You know, I'm
not a big fan of DJ Envy either.
So it sounds to me like they got what they deserved. And I remember Tyrese saying that he was on some kind of psychotic drugs and they were messing him up. But you know, as some of you know, I say and I absolutely believe there's predators everywhere. So you let someone with a predatory kind of behavior into the relationship. They did what they've been alleged to have done before. But the good news is your marriage did heal. You found out this wasn't a friend and you move on. I mean, these celebrity marriages, like Ewing said before, and I didn't get to hear her discuss Russell and Ciara. She had said when she first came on that, you know, we really can't get into that whole image thing, you know, because you really don't know what's going on. So hopefully the marriage is healed and these folks can move on. And I think most people would know you just don't do anything with Tyrese. You don't make movies. You don't make money. You don't build marriages. You just stay away. He's so controversial.
Yes. He's problematic. He's very problematic. He's very controversial. And he is not, in my opinion, mentally stable to give anybody advice. Anybody.
Right. I agree. Thank you, Roya.
Thank you so much. Julius, what are your thoughts and opinions?
I mean, to me, now, I remember hearing when Tank, Genuine, and Tyrese was in the group that TGT. And the reason why they stopped making music together as a group was because of Tyrese. He was problematic. I mean, Genuine put him on blast. So this DJ person here isn't the first person to do so. So obviously there is truth to what DJ Envy is saying. Tyrese is problematic, and when things don't go his way, he has a fit. He's 50 now. He needs to grow up.
Grow up, mature, stop whining and complaining about everything. Smoke. Tyrese the boy is wedging himself into people's marriages. He said, if you had a man like me.
I mean, quiet as it's kept, I mean, he's kind of right, because didn't DJ Envy's wife kind of say that he doesn't please her in bed? Well, on live radio? So I'm looking like she already planted the seedlings right there to let her know that she was not happy in their marriage. So someone can't break something apart that's already done falling through the earth's crust. So they should be thanking Tyrese that he was able to rectify this doomed marriage. And granted, yes, Tyrese has his own issues. He wanted to challenge The Rock, which would have been crazy. I don't know why you would go after a professional wrestler, but that's neither here nor there. But I think they're both kind of just like dusty boneheads like him and Envy, because he said some things that have been problematic, and I don't really care for him. And Tyrese, he's just messing it up for us chocolate brothers. But who knows? Maybe they want to say he was problematic because maybe his wife got more satisfaction from him than she got from DJ Envy. That's all I'm saying. But I yield back my time.
Period.
Smoke, did I catch that shade there on the end? Is that what you just said?
I said it wasn't shade if it was true.
Okay.
I cannot. E, what are your thoughts and opinions? Your boy Tyrese, he wedging his way into the marriages. He thinks that it's okay to, get in there and flirt with the wife as long as the marriage makes it.
Well, is it a marriage? Is it? I don't like Tyrese. Let that be understood. And I want you all to notice, ever since Tyrese talked down on Black American women, saying that we were not domestic and relationship oriented, nothing in his life has been right. He went and prayed on that woman from Uganda or wherever the hell she's from and brought her back to the States, his first baby mama, and he made this baby. Then after that, he got that other woman who wasn't really groomed here and shoved her in our face, and then she divorced him and milked him dry. Now he is out here and his mind is just completely gone, and he's with this African woman and he's wasting her time and stealing her youth. My attitude is, how can they be couple friends when every relationship Tyrese has been in has failed? They're not couple friends because Tyrese was not a couple or a consistent couple. And how is Tyrese facilitating any type of mediation when this man is on medication? He's on so many cocktails. I mean, my Jesus. I mean, you do know that there are people who go to school for counseling, therapy, and mediation. I mean, why not go to a professional? I mean, we're talking about somebody who gets on the radio and critiques people and say, oh, there's nothing wrong with counseling and this and that. Pay somebody and go to counseling, because when you pay someone for counseling services, not only are you paying them for their expertise, but you're also paying for confidentiality. Because when you go to a professional, you avoid certain things like this, right? Certain things leaking out into the media in this messy and nasty blowout after you and your wife have seemingly reconciled. Let you tell it. That's number two. DJ Envy and Tyrese are two sides of the same coin, if you ask me. One side is just more well done than the other. But both of these men, I'm sorry?
I was saying, well, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Both of these men are liars, cheaters, xenophobes, and big gossips. And the last thing, Tyrese showed the text messages between he and Envy's wife from, he said it was this year. Mm-hmm. But when I saw the text, I thought it said 2022. But again, this is so Tyrese, he's still on the cocktail, so we have to remember that. But what I saw, he showed the date of the messages. However, he would not show the content. And the things I was able to see, he sent that woman pictures of the island he bought, his new Bentley, and he even tried to skim past it really fast when he was scrolling and moving the phone. But I saw a photo of a woman that he sent to her. Now, to me, if you are trying to bring forth healing and mediation, why are you sending her this island that you bought? The picture of this island. Hey, I just purchased this island. Why are you sending her your new Bentley? Oh, hey, I just purchased this. I don't know. I mean, if you're coming in for one thing, to me, I could see you sending that to Envy. But why are you sending that to the wife? It does, me knowing how certain men have talked to me and how, they've tried to butter me up and say, hey, I got this. Hey, I got this. And I've told y'all before, you don't impress me by showing me what you bought for yourself. You impress me by putting it in my hands, okay, signing it over to me. I mean, make me feel special. So I could see somebody like Tyrese who hasn't come from anything and using that to kind of say, oh, you need a man like me. I could totally see Tyrese hitting on that woman for sure. But also, I'm like with Smoke and the other caller. I can't remember who said this, but Envy was with Erica Mena, and so you don't get to dog your wife for years, and then think that you're going to bring some man in there who is of the same caliber as you, and he's not going to try to slide on your wife. See, that's why you get a professional. And I don't have any sympathy. I think all parties involved are messy. And I think that if Envy truly felt that way about Tyrese, then why haven't you spoken to him sooner? You got him blocked on everything, but you invited him to the studio. I think Envy intentionally blasted Tyrese on the radio, tried to embarrass him. And I feel like this is old news. If you and your wife have totally moved on, you should have kept it player, not even brought it up.
Period. Point blank. You know, I have put Tyrese on my sick and shut in list. He is definitely on my sick and shut in list permanently. This is just truly, truly sad. Queuing. How do you feel about this? You know, what would you feel if, you know, God forbid, I hope I don't know if you're married or not, but I hope if you are, this never happens. But if something happens in your marriage and there is cheating on either side, and then the other friend, you know, a friend comes in and try to woo-saw you or your spouse, but they trying to wedge themselves in. What are you thinking? What are you going to do? Are you going to put them on blast? Are you going to call it like you see it?
I would absolutely put him on blast. And I want to talk about the principle that's at work here, not these clowns, you know, as my good sis just pointed out. Like, because what marriage? Seriously. I remember this time, this was some years ago, maybe 5-6 years ago. I was in a group chat no, it wasn't a group chat at first. I'm getting to that part. I went to visit a friend and her new husband. It was one of those things where you meet the person like at the wedding, you know, nobody really knew this dude.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, I go to visit them because they're going to be moving. So, you know, blah, blah, blah. I noticed that when I was talking to her, he was kind of like lingering around, you know, but, you know, hey, it's his house, whatever.
Uh-oh.
At some point, I noticed that he sits down at the table, you know, and okay, fine. I mean, again, it's his house. I don't know, you know, what these people got going on, but you know how you just kind of feel something is off. Even though he wasn't doing anything, I felt something's not right.
Mm-hmm.
So he's sitting, I feel like he keeps looking at me. At some point, he had a cap on. He took his cap off and put it on his lap. Okay. So something's off, but you know, my friend, she's really more of a strong acquaintance. She's acting normal. Anyway, so he eventually leaves and chit chat. After I had left, maybe about an hour later, this man, her husband, texted me. I don't know how he got my number. He had to have gotten it out of her phone. It was seemingly, because I'm talking about a principle here, it was seemingly an innocent text. It was something like, glad you had a chance to come, you know, send us off or whatever. It was something like that, right? This is what I did, because I don't play these ball-headed games. I added her to the conversation. You know how you can add a person? I added her to the conversation and was like, hey girl, it was good seeing y'all too, to let her know. Right. There is a conversation, a text exchange happening right here that was not initiated by me. And I ain't saying nothing, but I am letting you know that your husband just texted me and you need to see it. Now, what she did with that information, I don't know. Here's my point in sharing that. I feel like the onus is on the person who is receiving whatever the inappropriate conversation is, to like let the other person know that something's off. So I let two things happen right there. I let her know this is what just happened, and I had let him know you can't, don't do that over here. I'm not going to even have a conversation with you about this being inappropriate, or don't be texting me. No, we don't even have to do that. Let's just add a new person to this chat.
Right.
So that's how I would handle those situations. Like, let people know I'm not doing this with you. But that's just me.
But how she didn't feel his body language in her man. So she had to know what putting his hat on his lap means.
Come on. And then we were like taking pictures because she was leaving. They were going to be moving. And in one of the pictures, our heads was cut off, and it was mostly like my body in the picture, and he like played it off. So, girl, people be on some weird stuff. But
do you think she knew? I'm sorry, Roya.
I have to. I would like to think that she knew, but sometimes people know stuff, but they want to not know what they know. They would
ignore the answer that's right in front of their face.
Yeah, they would feel better for something to be blatant. But if it's not blatant, they will excuse it. So it was more so, take it again, like with the picture, like, you just all in our business. It was more so like that. Like with the way that that situation was handled.
Queuing, may I ask you, so are you saying that DJ Envy's wife should have put him on these threads or shared with him the communications that were making her uncomfortable?
I'm saying, yeah, I do think that. Now, I'm not saying that she was completely responsible in this situation. I'm saying that if you're the person that is feeling violated, I do think that you have to advocate for yourself.
And she did tell her husband
wasn't in a threatening situation.
Let me say this. She did tell her husband immediately after all of the texts. Once she started feeling uncomfortable, let me say that. She shared with her husband exactly what was going on, and they blocked him. They both blocked him from that point going forward, according to what DJ Envy said in the interview, as well as his wife said it as well.
But he had to have been doing things that were inappropriate before then. Like I said, stuff doesn't have to be blatant. Like one of the ladies here mentioned, he was sending a picture of his car. What you sending me a picture? Why are you sending me a picture of your car? Like, you got to look at that. Like, something's off with that. Are these people together now, or what is this?
Yes, they are still married. According to DJ Envy, Tyrese was so beneficial in helping them that their marriage is stronger today than it has ever been.
Okay.
That's what DJ Envy said. And y'all can listen to that. I've got all of these articles in my bio, so you can go back and listen. I would suggest going to listen to this Breakfast Club. DJ Envy's wife, Gia, she actually did call in. She shared her side of the story. I would play it, but the Breakfast Club is going to ding me, so I cannot play it. But if you go back and listen to it, you will see exactly kind of how it all unfolded. Tyrese denied everything. And Miss Gia went as far as to say, well, if he's going to deny it, I mean, we can put the truth out here and let him know what it really is.
Well, why don't she just show the text messages? That's all she got to do. Show us what he was afraid. Don't bring up text messages unless you're going to really show us what went down, because I don't trust either of them.
Well, and like Envy said, he was going to let this ride until Tyrese decided to get bold on the Instagram and come back and said that he was a liar. How can you get up on the radio and ask for forgiveness and say you apologize if you did anything to offend or to harm you or my wife, but then the next moment you get on your Instagram live and calling me a liar and telling me that, you know, what I'm saying isn't true and his wife is lying? No.
Well, Envy was with Erica Mena. You hurt your own wife. So, I mean, come on. I mean, if it's you teach people how to treat your family. You
but that gave
disrespect your
Tyrese
family.
permission to step in and to disrespect his wife?
Well, no, but here's the thing. After he sent you the picture of his island, you should have blocked him then. Now he's sending you a picture of the car, and I believe he sent her a picture of one of his lady friends he was interested. When I get messages like that from a man, I automatically think he's trying to, don't see me. You don't know me like that. What are you trying to do? Make me jealous or something? Like, I just think the whole thing is weird. And if this was for couples counseling, why do you even have an independent? Tyrese is not qualified to do. I just think the whole thing, it makes no sense.
I understand. Well, we're gonna move on to in my opinion, you are a married woman. You know, how would you feel if one of your friends came in, or one of your husband's friends came to him and said, you know, well, if you was
That'll never happen. Okay, let me tell you something. Never. Okay, and I say that is to say vice versa. It would never happen with one of my friends neither, because we don't play those kind of games. Okay,
Yeah.
like first of all, both of these are clowns. Okay, they need to show their clown mask because they clowns every day, all day. Okay, DJ Envy is a F boy. I don't want to get all rowdy on your channel, but he's the F boy. Okay, and Tyrese is one of those passing F boys, if you want to say. Okay. And so neither one of these have been taught how to be men. So the stuff that they doing is showing they behinds. So they need to go ahead and put those clown masks on like they always wear every day, all day, and show that they clown every day, all day. Neither one of them deserves to have a wife, girlfriend, none of that, because they don't know the first thing about having one, respecting one, or none of that. So yeah, that's what I say to them.
Period,
point blank. Tyrese aside, it will be difficult for me to take a man back after cheating. That's a non-negotiable for me. Queuing, I agree with you 100%. Cheating is non-negotiable. I would rather you break up and tell me you want to go sleep with somebody else than to just cheat on me and think that I'm going to be okay with it. It's not going to happen. So for my future person out here, just know you will not cheat on me and get a second chance. Period. Point blank. Well, y'all, we're going to move into this last topic. And this last topic is my favorite because I love my auntie Wendy. Wendy Williams helped me become the individual that I am today, the person that you see sitting on this screen entertaining you. It is because of her. And it breaks my heart that people take advantage of the one and only TV talk show host, daytime television, #1 for all of the years that she was on, Wendy Williams. Hats off to you, my love. I'm praying for you. And the people that are doing you dirty, they got what they got coming to them. Wendy in trouble. Wendy Williams management never returned $25K payment after canceled gig. As friends say, team took advantage of her. Wendy Williams management never returned the full $25,000 payment for the Women's Expo appearance after her team canceled the gig. The U.S. Sun has exclusively learned. The U.S. Sun exclusively obtained copies of the wire transfer as well as email correspondences between Wendy's team, including her manager Will and publicist Sean, the entertainment attorney Deborah, in the aftermath of the event. Okay, y'all, look at poor Wendy. This is just, I cannot believe that they are doing my girl like this. It just hurts my heart. Wendy, 59, canceled her appearance as headline speaker just days before she was set to appear on the May 20th event due to health concerns. Wire transfers revealed that the full initial payment for the event was sent to Wendy's publicist company, Exact Publicity. But after the star backed out at the last minute, the expo was left scrambling for a replacement speaker whom they had to also pay. The 3 separate wire transfers back to the expo, Wendy's publicist company sent back $12,500 on May 17th, immediately after her client officially backed out the gig, and then another $1,250 on June 9th. Wendy's manager Will sent back $1,250 on June 12th. After those transfers, no other money was sent back to the company, and in the day of the to this day, the expo remains out of at least $15,000, according to sources familiar with the transaction. Additional emails reviewed by the expo attempted to have the rest of the money sent back from Wendy's team. However, the star's new entertainment lawyer, Deborah, suggested that it was Sean's PR company that had signed onto the event and not Wendy herself, despite Wendy filming promotion videos for the event and her management Will sending the expo back money from the company he created, the Wendy Williams Experience Inc. Her attorney suggested that publicist Sean wasn't authorized to book the star for this engagement. In one email reviewed by the U.S. Sun sent on June 23rd, Wendy's attorney wrote, "I am doing my best to help here despite the fact that Sean had no authority to enter this agreement on behalf of Wendy or any entity owned by her." The attorney then blamed the conservatorship, which Wendy has remained under since 2022, for the delay in the return of the remainder of the funds. I have also explained that there are logistical obstacles to be overcome. As it stands, with court oversight over all transactions, there is no way to expedite this matter any more than we have already. I continue to apprise my client of your client's position, but the literal money movement is beyond my client's control to some extent. Deborah continued again, pointing to Wendy's court order conservatorship for the delay return of the funds, which ultimately never materialized. So the money has never been sent back, y'all. Wendy's team is taking advantage of her. In this next article, in this next paragraph, we are doing the best we can. If you're unable to wait, you can. Your client should seek repayment from Sean's company, in which who they paid the money to for Wendy to do this job. The expo received no further emails from Wendy after this, according to sources. And people in Wendy's circle, they're saying that they're using Wendy. She never should have, been put up to do this event in the first place. This is a hot mess, y'all. These are the people that Kevin Jr. back in June told us was taking advantage of his mother. The people didn't want to listen. They wanted to say, no, Kevin Jr. is taking advantage of his mother. He trying to steal money so he can be in the apartment. He trying to do this for his daddy. He trying to do that for himself. Looks to me this whole time he was telling the truth, trying to look out for his mama.
Can I go?
Yeah, Dustin, you can go ahead.
I hate to see Wendy being taken advantage of like this. She was the queen of talk show back when her show was on, and I hate to see her take advantage of. And it's so sad because she don't know what's going on. I think that she has dementia, and she doesn't know where she's at, let alone what's going on. So I think her manager, I think it's that Selby. I can't remember his first name, but I think his last name is Selby.
Will and Sean.
I think that Will and Sean should be fired, and I think that she should be finding somebody else because I think she's really been taken really bad advantage of. I mean, that's her. I know she's in a. I know she's not able to make her own decisions. She's in a conservatorship, but still, she should still have some kind of say in what she wants. And I think that they should be able to pay the place that she wasn't able to. She should be able to pay that place that she wasn't able to go to back the money, and because if she don't pay them back. If she don't pay him back, she's gonna get a lawsuit, and I don't want to see her go down in a lawsuit. So either they need to get a new team of people, or they need to pay the rest of it, pay the place back. What they had to get a replacement, so they had to spend more money on a replacement. So they need to get their money back.
Thank you so much, Dustin, for your
You're welcome.
opinion. I agree with you. Queuing, this is definitely an unpopular opinion. Wendy has sown so many bad seeds. Could some of this be reaping what she sown? This is a good question.
I don't think so.
I do.
I hate
I
to say
don't
it,
because
I felt
no.
bad
Well,
when-
here's
Hold
the
on,
thing.
hold on. I'm gonna come around to everybody. I'm gonna jump down to Julius. Julius, what are your thoughts and opinions on this?
She shouldn't have been forced to make that video. And her voice was mumbly. She's definitely unwell. And it's the effects of the drugs that she did take and whatnot. That's already known. I don't want to say this, but I think she probably does have, like, because of that, I think she does have dementia.
Mm-hmm.
And she has, in the same thing she had, because in the video, she only had, like, that quick second of clarity, but she was barely able to say her name. Just that alone. I wish her no harm. And if her son can find a way to be like the overseer of her care, I want him to do that. But I think Miss Wendy needs to be in a care facility. This is an unpopular opinion, I feel, because unfortunately, even though I may want her to get well, I don't think she will.
Thank you so much, Julius. Queuing also says, hate to say it, I want her to be well. We all do. I'm just saying that there are consequences for the way we treat people and the way we treat ourselves. In my opinion, I know you had thoughts and feelings on that unpopular opinion, but I also want your thoughts and feelings on this article. So go ahead and share.
Okay, so first of all, let me say this. First of all, because here's the thing, okay? Wendy was the first one to come out and be unapologetically herself, okay? And she put out all the dirt that everybody was trying to hide. And that's why she got the stigma of being messy or low down or whatever. No, it was her job. Like, y'all see other people do it today, and then they don't drag them like they drag Wendy. But because she was the first one to start it, it's like, oh, she got all this smoke. No, she was doing her job. Okay, she wanted to be in this space, so she had to get down into it. Like, they wasn't opening no doors for her. She had to open them doors herself. She bust them doors down, let everybody's secrets out. She started out on the radio. Okay, they weren't giving her no playtime. She ended up started telling those secrets, and baby, she got her own show. She moved on from there and got her own talk show. She had that thing syndicated in a year. Okay, and ain't moved from that spot. That's hard for somebody. Now, contrary to what everybody believes, what's happening to Wendy now is a medical problem. Let's not take that for granted. It can happen to any one of y'all. When you get up in age and you have the diagnosis of dementia or amnesia, when you have that diagnosis, you can't control how your body reacts. Okay. And it's sad that the only people that really cared about her was her parents. And her mom is gone and her dad is in dementia right now as well. So she don't have nobody to depend on. Okay. And then that sorry man that she married, that clown, okay, trying to come back and get his hip replaced and everything else and get into her pockets. He got a lot to do with it too, okay? Sat there and drug that lady for filth, okay? Had her paying for his child while he was up there acting like the doting husband he was. So no, she ain't got her karma. Oh, that's not her karma for that. Because I don't think God works like that. He wouldn't be malicious like that. She didn't do anything to maliciously hurt anybody. What she did, she told some secrets. What to do? We do it all the time.
Not the secrets, in my opinion. She told the truth.
She told the truth. She just held your feet to the fire. I don't understand why everybody got the smoke for her. Shoot, I loved it. Okay, let me tell you something. Her little Mr. Topics was amazing. But who should be prosecuted is that Will Shelby. How he come from making jewelry to now he a manager? Man, if you don't miss me with that, I'm telling you, that man is a fraud.
Felicia?
Yeah, this is a very sorry and sensitive situation. And when I think about all of what I've been hearing over the last 16 months, it seems that no matter who or no matter what, the title, the position, the association, people have been robbing her for a long time.
Yes.
Stealing her hard-earned money. I may not feel as positive about her as you, and in my opinion, but I do recognize that she's a hard-working, successful woman. And every story I hear, it's somebody taking this, taking that, manipulating these funds, manipulating where they live. They got an issue. We need the money. And I think that's the biggest tragedy of all.
Yeah.
That in all of those people, no matter whether they're your co-workers or your peers in the business, your family member, they were all taking your hard-earned money. And now you're in a position where your health isn't so good. Chances are, based on the fact that her parents lived a pretty long life, she's going to have longevity. I pray so.
Yeah.
But it's going to cost. And so who's protecting what's left?
Yeah.
She needs a lot of prayer. Yeah. And I agree with Julius. She needs what's that term you said, Julius? She needs to be in a quality of life living facility or something.
Yeah, a nurse, kind of like a nursing home almost, full time. She needs someone full time there for her. I just really hate this. I really, really hate this for Wendy. Wendy, though people feel like that she has exposed people and told people's business, I also feel that Wendy has done so much to help our community. Wendy has been all over, helping, with the substance abuse, because she is a former, someone who dealt with, and from my understanding, still dealing with substance abuse. She's been really big in trying to help that community, help people to overcome. She has done a lot of charity work. She did a lot of just so much that Wendy has done. And for me personally, honestly, y'all, if it was not for Wendy, I probably would not have this YouTube channel. Wendy made me, realize and understand that it was okay for me to be big, loud, and proud, and to speak my opinion, speak my thoughts, speak my feelings, and tell the truth, and shame the devil. And if it was not for her, I honestly can say I would not be where I am today. She opened the door for so many to walk through, and I just think it's horrible that people choose to take advantage of her in this way. I just think it's horrible. Queuing your thoughts and opinions on Miss Wendy. I know that you have the unpopular opinion. I would like to think that this is not karma for Wendy, only because this was a job. You know, Wendy always talked about on her show, when she left the show, when she went home, she went to her personal life. She didn't talk about these people. She didn't drag. This was a job for her. And so many of us, we do a job. A lot of the things that our jobs require, we don't like to do, and we don't do in our personal lives. But because this is the job that we chose to do, we have to do it.
Yeah, I agree. I know that bloggers have a certain role to play, and podcasters. I'm not talking about that type of work. If we're keeping it all the way real, I mean, we can Google this. There are other things, and I'm not saying this is the cause. I'm talking about seeds sown. My mama used to say, you know, the people that you step on to try to get to the top could be the same people you meet when you're falling back down. So I'm talking about things like Wendy has mocked people's deaths before. It was a few years ago. She has come for people who've been minding their own business, like Dionne Warwick, for example, or when she came for Auntie Tabitha last year or the year before, or what it was. These people weren't bothering her. They didn't have anything that needed to be exposed. It was just mean-spirited antics. And maybe there is a case to be made that was part of a persona that she was just doing, but those things were hurtful towards those people who were not targets that needed to be exposed as part of her show or anything like that. So I get that bloggers do have to uncover things and bring it up for public debate and discussion, because it's healthy, you know, for us to do that. I believe that there's a healthy way to do those things. That's why we join these shows, you know, with you and Diva. So I get that. I'm talking about there are things that she's done that it's just not been right, just not been kind, just not been good, you know. And thank God that he is not like people. I agree when sis said God is not like punishing for. I mean, we would all be in a messed up situation with something going on all the time if we had to be getting paid back in tragedy or something for things that we did. But I do stand on the fact that there are some, I do believe that there are some spiritual principles at play oftentimes that we may not be realized, but that's a different conversation. I did not realize that Wendy had mental issues until you all started talking about this tonight. I thought she had like an autoimmune disease that was just impacting her movements and maybe was making her seem like she had some mental issues. I thought that she was still sharp, but that she just was struggling in her body. But either way,
can I say something, Q?
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say something about she has Graves' disease. I don't know if you know that or not, but she has Graves' disease.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. She had that, which is an autoimmune disease, I think. I don't know. I think it's like a thyroid condition.
It's a thyroid. It's a thyroid condition, and it's also a very aggressive disease. From what I heard about it anyway.
And it probably is scary because if she is sharp in her mind still, but her body is betraying her, it probably does feel like being trapped in your body. Like when you think about
it's not good. I can tell you that it's not good there.
Remember when rest in heaven, Muhammad Ali, and as well as Michael Fox, like people who have like those nervous, like things that are wrong with their neurological system. Like their minds might be sharp, but they look like they're not in control. So
I see what you mean.
Wild if maybe she knows what's going on, but she can't really say. And with the money that she has, how does she not have a care provider? I mean, people out here with CNAs or whatever coming to the house, how she ain't got nobody?
She doesn't have control of her money.
Okay.
So there are people who tell her what to do and how to spend it and how, which is why I think that her whole team needs to be reviewed. Even the individual who's over the conservatorship, we need a review. We need to be relooked at some things. Y'all remember there was one point in time where Wendy didn't even have access to be able to pay her rent. There were people who were rich that she knows that were paying her rent for her because the conservatorship wasn't paying the rent. This is ridiculous.
And she's young, y'all. This kind of stuff is
59.
scary.
59.
She's young to be. I don't know what the onset is of Graves' disease, as you pointed out, Dustin, or anything like that. But it's just scary that she's dealing with this at this young age, and
very scary.
Well, and we also have to remember Auntie Wendy comes from the background of substance abuse.
Okay.
She did talk about doing, crack cocaine for a while. Drinking was really big for her. We even seen that in the Wendy Williams movie, how much drinking she did, So a lot of those drugs, that drinking, that substance abuse, it causes early onset dementia. It causes, these different types of diseases. It causes so many things. And that's why we got to advocate, for not, out here doing all of this wild stuff. You just got to be careful what you're doing. You got to be careful what you're doing. But I got a couple of more people that I want to get to. Then we're going to close this out. I want to say I have E. E, are you here? Okay, we'll come back to E. Smoke.
Yep.
Auntie Wendy.
Well, she ain't my auntie child, but I agree with queuing. And here's the thing. I will preface this again because people will just hear what they want to hear. I'm not saying her illness, her health is a cause of her what she did in her career and how it affected people's lives. And what I'm speaking to the fact is like, and Royer, you brought it up, like, yes, like she was revealing people's stuff, but how does revealing that Method Man's wife having cancer, what does that have to do anything about revealing the truth of something when his own family didn't know? Or going after Whitney the way she did, if you're someone who has struggled with what Whitney struggled with, instead of being an ally in that moment, or at least being like, sis, I'm just joking around because I've been in that place and all that, but she tore her down and then had the nerve to do a tribute special and cry boohoo tears to me, talking about, we love you, Whitney. As far as I was concerned, Wendy Williams was full of dog-ish with that. So I've never really saw for her because I felt like she just took it to a place where it was just malicious and it wasn't even like good tea having fun. Like I felt like she always went too far. Hell, she even after went Beyonce and said she wasn't pregnant. Let's not forget that. That was a huge thing, and she was the leading the charge for that. So I understand what queuing is saying. Be careful of the seeds you sow or the causes you make, because they have ways of bringing effects that you may not like or that will come down the road. So the whole thing going down with Kevin, Sharina, all that stuff, I really don't feel bad, if I'm being honest, because I'm looking like you were talking about people like a dog and making them the hot topic, and now you're become the biggest hot topic of all. But in regards to this situation, I think she needs to get someone like kind of like a Britney Spears situation where someone is like she can trust, or somebody the family can agree on that can get a conservator to kind of just, make sure she has a good quality of life and no one is robbing her blind of her money. That would be ideal. But I mean, who knows? I mean, these people are so entrenched tight, they might already have access to her account and are just waiting for that opportunity to kind of just take their cut and just leave her high and dry. So I do hope that she's able to enjoy like the fruits of her labor, but I mean, I can't say I'm surprised. Like when you kind of throw dirt on people's names, or like you was saying, the people you step on to get in the top are connected to the asses you'll have to kiss on the way down. I mean, it's a tough situation, but hopefully she comes out on top of it. That's just me.
Thank you so much, Smoke. E, were you back?
E waiting in line at the old lady game for her crab cakes.
Okay, listen, I was gonna say, look, E's been passed out on us, or she is out having a good time. But I want to say thank you to each and every one of you who joined me on tonight. These were some really, really good topics. Listen, y'all check out Warriors Corners. Listen, that is where all of my, tea stories go down. And then I'm going to start doing lives, each week on all of the stories that I've done during the week, or pick a few stories that I've done during the week, and we can chat about them. This was a great time. We're going to go around for final thoughts and opinions, and we're going to close out. But please remember to hit the like button on this video. Please share. Let your friends, family know that Warriors World is live and going down, okay? As I go around, I'm going to start at the bottom. Julius, your final thoughts and opinions?
Some of the stories started off a hot mess, but I will say this. Folks know when enough is enough. And for that young lady, even though she's been with Robinthick forever, she'll know when she had enough. Hey, Miss Diva.
Who got you smiling and grinning like that? Where you been?
Hi, Diva.
Hey, people. Hey, people. Listen, I know you closing out, Warrior, but I had to jump in and say this really quickly.
Take your time. No rush. Take your time.
Let me say this, right? Her condition, Wendy Williams' condition that she is currently going through, in my opinion, has nothing to do with karma. There's people that wake up and they have cancer and they've been the best person in the world. You say sometimes to yourself,
about Diva.
oh my God, like this person is so sweet. They did everything for everybody and they got hit by a car. They died young or whatever the case may be. Now, listen, I don't agree with everything she did in every way that she did it. I never will. But there's people out there that's unaliving a whole bunch of people in the schools and they sitting in the jail fine, eating their bread and their chicken and going out in the yard and lifting their weights. You understand what I mean? So my thing is she did some very cold and harsh things. When Wendy Williams, I followed her career from when she started on the radio all the way to when she got that TV show, okay, the talk show. So what happened towards the end of Wendy's career was that the bloggers, there was a rise. When Wendy Williams first started, you didn't have the internet the way that you did. You had Inquirer magazine. You had stuff like that was giving out the dirt. The same dirt that Wendy Williams verbally gave out. It was in those magazines that used to be up there in the rack when you would walk through the line on a supermarket, okay? And half of those magazines did not tell the truth. They had exaggerated lies. One thing I will say about Wendy Williams, although it was mean and nasty, her stuff was definitely based out of truth, because that's why the people got so pissed at her, because they was wondering, one, how did she get that? Who told her? Well, somebody in your camp ran their big mouth. So be mad at the person who ran their mouth more than Wendy, because she had to get it from somewhere. Be mad at that person at the hospital that told the business. Be mad at the person. Not saying don't be mad at her too, but be mad also at the person that ran their mouth and gave your business out, because she wouldn't have had those hardcore facts if somebody didn't give out that information. So what happened towards the end of Wendy Williams' career, there was the rise of the blogs, the YouTube, the this, the that, and the other, all the streaming systems. So the information that she was going to deliver, it was a day old or 2 days old. Why? Because the blogs already said it all. So she would then get up on her show and tried to say it in an even nastier or meaner way, which wasn't her original thing to do. She used to just give you the information. She started getting mean and nasty towards the end because now she's competing with blogs who could turn on their camera and their TV or whatever and give it to you right when it happened. 2 seconds after it drop out, oh, Jemmy Ma and Jeezy is breaking up. The bloggers can turn it on and give it to you. Wendy Williams will have to wait till Monday morning till she's filming again. Right. So now she got to give it, and it's a day old and too late, but she got to put a little extra sauce and spin on it. That's what ended up happening to her. But everything that she's going through right now, everything that she went through in her marriage, it is what it is. It happened to the best of the people. There's some very good people out there that got cheated on and their husband done had 2-3 babies. Ran off with all their money, left them with nothing, right? And there's people that, you know, all their life they do dirty and they lived all their life and don't nothing be wrong with them. They ain't got diabetes, they ain't got cancer, they ain't got nothing. There's people that eat right, okay, eat right, lettuce and tomatoes, and they wake up and you like, how I get cancer? What did I do? What did I eat? I never did anybody dirty. So my thing is that regardless of what she did or didn't do, I do feel bad for her. And she has a lot of diagnoses. And when you watch that video and her reading out of that book, you already know, without me even saying like, oh, I'm not trying to diagnose nobody, but without me even saying that she got some type of dementia or something, or she got something going on. Now, what it was triggered by, it could be triggered by all of, unfortunately, the alcohol, the drug use, the this, the that, the whatever, the heartbreak. There are people that literally took themselves out because of heartbreak. Literally. You ever see like a husband and wife that been together forever? Then the husband or the wife passed, and then maybe a couple weeks later or a year later, the wife is gone too. Heartbreak. So she went through so many things in her life that I really don't think that just because what she put out on that show is why she's getting all this heat and smoke back. So many people do this heat and smoke, but because they may not deliver it the way that she delivered it, nobody's catching the backlash. Howard Stern is a whole hot mess. And he let whatever come out his mouth. But I'm just naming one. I can name countless individuals that have made their money off of the backs of doing stuff like Wendy Williams. But for whatever reason, she get all the smoke. She get all. And there's others too that have done, forget about just the talking about people. There has been others that physically do horrible things to people and they still seem to be chilling. So, and I think personally that if it was just that simple, all of us would be in trouble. I've done some things and later on I'm like, oh man, I wish I didn't do that. Or I wish I didn't say that. Or, you know, whatever the case may be. There's a whole lot of people in corporate America doing people dirty, breaking their soul. There's a lot of people at these jobs breaking people's soul. And they still living in their nice little comfortable homes, eating their dinner and chilling. My thing is for Wendy Williams, my heart breaks for her. I pray for her. And I just wish that, you know, the people she didn't have so many vultures in her life that was just snatching every dime for her and just using her. So if she's wrong, they just as wrong for using her.
Yeah.
Sucking her dry. But thank you for letting me come through.
Thank you. Let's see. In my opinion, your final thoughts and opinions for tonight.
First of all, hey Diva. Let me tell y'all something. I have been in such a good mood. My son came home from school and he fixed me some chicken salad, and I was like, God, look at you now. You done grown up. Man, I am so proud of my baby. Let me tell you, I am extremely proud. He is now working on his 4th degree. So extremely proud of him. He is pushing through. So I am so happy tonight. I hope all y'all stay blessed and wealthy and happy. And let's not let whatever happens outside the world come in and break whatever you got going on in your real life. Like, you got to stay prayed up and you got to put your stuff out there and let the love in. Sometimes I think we forget the love. And so
Can I
let's
say
love,
something?
okay? And if you got some love to share with somebody, share that love. I love all y'all.
Can I say something after in my opinion?
Yeah, Dustin, go ahead. Share your final thoughts and opinions.
I wanted to say let's pray for good health and everybody on the panel to get in good health, and if you're not, let's pray for you to get better soon.
Thank you so much, Dustin. Thank you.
And that goes for you, really, there too. I hope you get better soon, and I'll be praying for you.
Thank you so much. Good health to everybody in this season of our lives. Queuing, your final thoughts and opinions.
Hey, y'all. I want to reiterate what I said earlier when we were talking about Robinthick and baby girl that he's with. And that is, and I know we know this intellectually, we mentally ascend to this, but let's please be mindful to not compare your life to other people's social media highlights. We don't know what these people are going through, no matter how polished they look, no matter what kind of money they got. A lot of these people don't even have money like that and just may look like it. They may be feeling the same pressures that you are feeling right now. They would crumble under some of the pressures that you have right now. So let's just be grateful for the life that we live and not compare our lives to other people, even to, Russell and Ciara, who seem to have an absolutely beautiful life. We don't know what them people are dealing with day in and day out either, So good, bad, and indifferent. Let's be content with the life that we have on the way to the life that we want.
Amen to that. Okay, I love that. I love it. All the smoke, your final thoughts and opinions.
Yes, I'm gonna try not to shake the plane too much.
Please don't. We don't need no turbulence on this plane, okay?
Well, we'll see. Strap on your life vest.
Smoke
We're going into the Atlantic.
always gonna shake something.
Passengers, please fasten your seatbelts.
So the oxygen masks have dropped down. Take care of yourself before you take care of another passenger.
Yes.
No, tonight was a good discussion. Just a lot to think about. You know what? I empathize with everybody. I will start with Robinthick. I get it. To go through what you've gone through as far as a divorce, getting sued, losing your daddy, there's no timeline on grief. And I feel like sometimes, and I'll speak for me what I see, it's always kind of like just pull yourself by the bootstraps and just keep it moving, keep it going forward. And it's like some people are not built to have that kind of strength or fortitude within themselves where things actually hit them harder and it takes them a lot longer. Granted, I do not want him to be succumbing to some abuse that he had, substance abuse problems he may have, because he also has children, and that'll be even worse to leave this world and leave them not having their dad. So I hope that whatever it is that he is trying to find in other things, he's able to first find that within himself and deal with those demons and those traumas so that he can be better for his family, his children, and for his future wife. Tyrese and DJ Envy, do better, beloveds. Like, fix your lives. Like, this is so unbecoming of us. Like, what are you doing? First of all, rule number one, never get involved in your friends' relationships. I don't care if you're friends with the both of them. You stay your behind at Switzerland. Let them figure out how they want to do things and whatnot, and however it ends, being like, okay, well, if y'all like it, I love it. If y'all happy with the decision, but do not give any input, because you're gonna end up being a Tyrese, and then they gonna blame you and they gonna block you. And now, in regards to Ciara and Russell Wilson, bless their hearts. I just love seeing them together. And Russell loves him some Ciara, and Ciara loves her some Russell. So I am here for that. Is the relationship to aspire to. Granted, I know we're saying don't look at people's, their final picture and think that's everything, but they look genuinely happy. So I'm happy for their family, and it's continuing to grow. In regards to what I said with Wendy Williams, listen, I hope she, whatever her health issues and that's going on that is happening, I hope that alleviates, that she's able to enjoy her life. But also, just in general, be kind with what you do. Like, you don't have to be downright dirty and malicious to, do what you do. Granted, yes, we all love gossip, we all love tea, but there's a way to do it where I think there's a fine line, because, me, Roy, or Diva, we talk. I'm pretty sure if there was something that I told them in confidence, they would not weaponize that for anything like that. And that's what I mean when I say that with, like, not everything has to be shared. So I just hope that, just be kind, but also don't intentionally hurt people, because we all going through something. We all have past, we all done things. We don't need to continue this cycle of, being sneaky, conniving, or whatever to each other. But if you do something right, just make sure it comes from a place of just respecting people in whatever way that looks for you. And that's all I gotta say. I yield back my time. Enjoy the rest of your flight, passengers.
Yes. All right, Miss Felicia, your final thoughts and opinions for the night. Felicia.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Roya. So yeah, that Robinthick situation, I think it's been a problem. And when Q came up, she did point out that this is almost a decade. So I wonder how long she's been dealing with the sloppy, pissy drunk on the street kind of situation, And as far as Ciara and Russell, I love family, and I believe in loving and protecting children, but I'm not down for any sarcasm from Ciara when it comes to her oldest child's father. I say keep that relationship separate. Most of these people that you're speaking with on these media platforms, they really don't care about your family, and they really don't care about your children. So love and protect your children. As for Wendy, I don't know any other story where someone has been surrounded by so many larcenists and thieves and liars. It's going to take a lot of money to take good care of her. And as I said earlier, that longevity piece is definitely in her family. And so God be with her that she gets that longevity. She's going to need a lot of money to live the kind of life that she's accustomed to. And I hope those things work themselves out. And other than that, I really enjoyed being with you, Royer. And Diva, how did the date go tonight?
I went to karaoke. It was cool. With my girlfriend. It's my girlfriend.
Okay.
Diva, that's not a smile of karaoke with your girlfriends.
I know that's
You talking to a karaoke.
Y'all don't leave my good alone, okay? Y'all don't leave her alone.
Hey, so for real, when I go on the day, I'm gonna let y'all know, and I'm gonna do a whole video so y'all can see the cute outfit and everything. I'm gonna let y'all know.
Well, I know from experience. When you hang out with Diva, it's a good time. So that is a genuine glow. Like, she's a good person to hang with.
And listen, you gotta call me. Somebody gotta echo.
It is an echo. I don't know who it is.
Yeah, but
I'll call you.
Call me. Okay.
All righty. Well, listen. I want to thank. Oh, Auntie, did you have any final thoughts? Anything you doing this weekend on your channel that the people need to know about? Anything?
Well, we're doing something on Saturday. We're gonna do something on Sunday. Sunday, I might do my interview on Sunday. I have to see. I'll keep you posted on the community page. But you know what, I'm gonna call you Nephew Ray. Okay, we got Nephew Ray in the building. Nephew Smoke in the building. It's just I think I heard Q say it. Like, I was driving home listening to you, and you know what? It's great to have these conversations. And one thing I will agree with too, you can be in this arena, be a blogger, but you don't have to be malicious. There's a lot of times that, with Roy and we talk, and I'm like, I ain't touching that story. I'm just, we agree. We like, nah, we're not going there. We're not going to do that. And mostly everything I do, it's some article out there, and I don't add no sauce to it. I just give my opinion about it. So I do agree with everyone, different pieces of what everyone said. You don't have to be malicious. I won't talk about the kids. And I'm definitely not going to talk about nobody's diagnosis. So I do believe there's a lot of things. Wendy Williams, she went there, right? She talked about Method Man's wife, and I thought that was like really unfair. She talked about, like, you talked about Whitney Houston and her drug abuse and the challenges she was going through at the time. And here it is. You knew, you've been through those challenges. You kind of was in sober for a minute, and then you fell back in it. Being a person that actually went through it and knowing how hard it is, why would you mock somebody who is now in a place where you could have been? You know, I just always, when I think about situations like that, I think about that church song, and they said it could have been me. You know, it says, thank you, God. You know, could have been me out there with no shoes on my feet, nothing to eat, so forth and so on. And here it is.
Come on, Diva.
Come on now, right? It was you. You know what that life is like. You know how hard it is to kick that habit, and you kicked somebody while they was down. So I will never agree with that. But I thank you were here. Of course, you know, come on, do your lies. Come through, boo.
Well, thank you all so much for joining me tonight in Royer's World. We have stopped over in a few cities on this plane ride. We stopped over in the Robinthick city. We stopped over in the Wendy Williams city. We stopped over in the Ciara city. And last but not least, Tyrese and DJ Envy. I would like for us to take for tonight to never take life for granted. Do not look at other people's situation and just think because on the outside it looks good and on the inside it's just as perfect, because 9 times out of 10 it's not. And also, remember, you got to have something above you, whether it's God, whether it's your family, whether it's Buddha, whatever you believe in. Believe in something bigger than you and reach out to someone less fortunate than you to help their life be just as better or greater than yours. Thank you for joining me tonight. Hit the like button on this video. Comment your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments section. And if you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell on all. That way you see each and every time I post a video with you in mind. Auntie Diva.
Yes, really quickly, if y'all want to come for express train ride, express. We're going to talk about this Tyler Perry situation, 10:30. Okay. See you soon, hopefully.
I gotta get my light bill paid.
Yes. Y'all come on over and join us over at Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva. Auntie, if you could just drop your channel in there, that way the people can run over there.
You know, I can.
I got it. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Y'all go on over to Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva. She's tagged in a lot of my videos, so you can go on some of my videos and check her out and go on over there. But I'll throw that link in the description box so that you can go over there and follow us. Hit the like button, subscribe here, subscribe to Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva. Anybody else on here? Subscribe to In My Opinions channel. And I think that's everybody. Is that everybody? I believe so. Well, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Share this video. Let the people know Royer's World is popping. Watch my Royer's Corners. And I've been neglecting Prince Royer's Club, and I apologize. So for those who are still paying the monthly fee, I'm coming for you. We about to do some daily videos on my personal life. I'm going to get into it. So I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Hit the like button.
And some more cooking videos.
Oh, yes. I'm actually recording cooking videos because I want to drop them like week to week. So I've been recording so that I can drop week to week because it's easier to do that. Versus
good, because I'm gonna need to get you on a plane ticket to Alabama so you can go ahead and make me some salmon grilled cheese.
Okay. Come on now. Y'all
salmon grilled cheese. That sounds good.
Oh, you should have saw the video. He had mama come taste it and everything. I was like, dang, I'm jealous. I want to taste it too.
Come on.
Y'all go check out Prince Royer's cooking in the kitchen. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next time in Royer's World. Bye.
Bye.
Royer's World.